Hey!
Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. This is the night of the dear Savior's birth. Alright, first of all, beer review.
Do our
a little slow on that one.
On the wing.
Yeah.
That's how they did it back in the 20s, right? On the radio shows.
We're doing, what was that, Ommegang?
Ommegang 3 Philosophers. It's a year-round beer, quadruple, 93 by Beer Advocate, 9.7% ABV, which is bad enough. And it's
3 Philosophers.
Brewery Ommegang, which is out of Cooperstown, New York. A lot ahead of that shit. Holy
yeah, I know. I don't know, and mine keeps growing, so it's scaring me.
Mine does too. It's really scaring me. It's like the blob.
It just keeps growing. That's what she said.
That's weird. But this is a quadruple, which is French, right? French style.
It's a quad.
I know we did this one way back one time. I just
back in the day.
I can't remember how.
With the other 1,000 videos that we had.
And it's particularly not a winter holiday beer, but
it's a full
year round. But it's like 3 philosophers, 3 wise men. That's what I look at.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, I forgot to read the side.
Oh, this is a blueberry coffee one too.
Yeah.
Blueberry.
It says right here. Married with blueberries and freshly roasted Ethiopian coffee beans, our acclaimed blend of quadruple ale and authentic Belgian Kriek bursts into uncharted territory. If it's subtle you're seeking, look elsewhere. This bold new brew demands attention.
And I actually gave the wrong score for this one because I thought it was a regular.
Oh.
Not the blueberry coffee, but it's quadruple quad. 88 by Beer Advocate. It's 9.7 still ABV. This one's rotated seasonal actually, so
yeah,
maybe this is their winter one. Huh?
Yeah.
So this is a rotated seasonal. I didn't see the blueberry coffee on there. Wow.
Well, that might have been due to your inability to see.
All right. Well, it's
your mother warned you about playing with it all those years.
Those 3 philosophers
said you were going to lose your.
Are very deceptive.
Yeah, it might have been due to me because I did say Ommegang. I did not specifically say it was blueberry coffee. I didn't realize that.
What's wrong with this beer?
It's a little cold from the glass and from the beer being in there. So I'm sure that once it continues to warm up,
it's starting to rise a little bit.
It'll
That's
be
what
fine.
She said.
But yeah, it's strange because a lot of the beers that we've had tonight have done this weird thing with the head.
Yeah.
You know?
Might be lack of humidity.
Well, today I did have my windows all opened up in the house.
This is the type of beer you need 4 people to split it with you.
I smell the blueberries. I smell the coffee. It smells nice and rich and earthy.
I smell a lot of alcohol in that too.
I don't smell the alcohol.
You don't smell that?
The blueberries is a nice
I can
little
smell the alcohol. It's like blueberry rubbing alcohol.
I think that you're imagining things because somebody told you what the ABV was and you freaked out.
No, but there is something out here, Jim.
You are like that. All I have to do is plant a little seed and then your earworm, just give you an earworm, and boom, you go off on it.
And like I said at the beginning, this is a quadruple quad.
Yeah.
Just like the other one, but this is the blueberry coffee version of it. So.
Yeah, this has a very dark cocoa malty looking.
It looks orangey.
Yeah.
Almost like blood red for the 3 philosophers getting run over by something.
Well, I'm going to try mine. So
orangey.
I got a nice little.
That's weird.
May the road come up to meet you, feet, right? May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine down upon you, always shine down upon you.
All right.
And may the stars... heck with it. Let's drink.
Stars.
Let's just drink. Come on.
I don't know if I get through that head.
Kind of odd.
A little fruity.
Mm-hmm. Fruity, sweet. Almost milky.
Now, you know, these are the same guys that make all the Game of Thrones beers that we did.
Yes, that is true.
Ommegang.
Which we do have another Game of Thrones beer inside the fridge right now that we could do.
Yeah, we'll wait on that one.
The longer we wait, the harder it will be.
We should wait till the Year of the Dragon.
No.
Which would be
We
like
need to do this and get it
2028.
over with. Got the coffee, mocha flavors. It's pretty smooth. Got a nice medium mouthfeel, almost heavy, man. It's got the blueberry notes in there, and it actually blends pretty well.
A little bready.
I'm surprised because it's got the coffee and the chocolate type notes.
Yeah.
Then you add the blueberry to it, and the breadiness,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like and milky.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all, though.
Not my particular, because it's very rich in the sense of sweetness.
I
And,
mean, it's easy to, not real hard to drink for the alcohol
No.
volume and what it is, you know, a quadruple, but it's kind of smooth for being what it is.
oh, it's very smooth, very easy to drink.
This is one
In fact, I would give it a Swarter. First and foremost, there you go, Swarter, because it's easy to drink. Got a nice bitter from the coffee and stuff in the back.
yeah, I want to give it a sword though, just because the taste to me just tastes weird.
Yeah,
Some of that shit doesn't belong together or something.
I would give it personally. I don't think it tastes that bad. It's one of these beers, Shagdog, that it's got a nice flavor. I don't mind it, but it's very rich
Yeah.
and sweet.
It
Giving
is
me that sweet gag, you know.
not too bad though of the gag. Not like a damn sweet red or red ale or anything, but
Yeah.
close, but not especially. But it is sweet.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's probably one of the main reasons why adjunct lagers are like the number one selling beer here in America. Is because, one, they're cheap and easy to make.
Right.
Two, it's got flavor, but it's not so rich and
Yeah.
heavy or sweet.
It's not like a dessert
malty.
or a meal or
Yeah. This is almost like a dessert beer.
yeah.
Where you're, after you've had a meal, you'll be like, all right, let's go ahead and have our dessert beer.
Yeah.
In fact, we probably should create our own beer and start doing dessert beers ourselves. And market it as dessert beer.
I don't know. If I want dessert, I just have dessert. I don't even eat dessert, matter of fact, mostly.
You want an apple pie ale?
Yeah.
It'd be an apple pie with cinnamon, nutmeg.
That's what it tastes
And on top of that, vanilla ice cream
You throw some
with
coffee
vanilla
on
bean.
And I like eating apple pie with coffee.
With coffee? Okay, we'll add some coffee notes in there.
Okay. There you go.
Look at that. We'll call it a stout. Actually, now we're changing it from an ale. We'll change it to a stout. An apple pie stout.
All right. That sounds good.
Nitro.
Cream stout. Nitro cream stout. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to have the ice cream and the coffee.
Sounds good.
I bet you would be good.
Oof. I can't believe you rinse it in your mouth like that.
So, I don't rinse my mouth. I swirl it around to get the flavor.
I can't do that. For one thing, it's too cold. I can't do that shit.
I can do that easily. So, what grade would you give this Shagdog?
That's tough.
No, it's not really that tough.
Oh, it's not to my liking.
I know it's not your liking, but for what it is.
Quadruple.
A quadruple.
Well, I'm thankful it's not too sweet, because I know most quads are like really sweet. Maybe that blueberry coffee's lowered the sweetness down, maybe.
Blueberry coffee. Mocha type flavor.
Yeah, a little breadiness in there.
Bready.
I would give it. God, I'd go with
dark fruit. A lot of dark fruit, actually.
Yeah. I can't go too high. I'd probably go that's like these fools on here.
I would say a B minus.
Yeah. I was going to say C plus, B minus, but I'd probably go B minus. B minus, but for me only a swallow. B minus and a swallow. It's not bad taste, it's just a little, not my style, and the sweetness. But I guess for what it is, I've had a couple of quadruples, and this is probably one of the easiest drinking ones I've had, I guess.
Yes, this is, I will say this. This is one of the easiest drinking quadruples.
It's not as sweet as some of the other ones I've had. Usually I drink these and I'm like, gagging.
And what it is it does have a red tinge to it.
Yeah.
From like blueberries.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend this to the ordinary American beer drinker. Maybe you might want to try a couple different Belgian beers before you get to this one, but...
Yes, that's definitely.
I guess if you're going to try a quad. I'm speaking French already. Quad. Or Chinese, French.
French fry.
Try this, I guess.
Parlez-vous français?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. All I know is
Parlez-vous français?
I can take my one wise men to the restroom later and drain them.
Wring his neck.
Wise bastard. Wring his neck. Yeah, I gotta wring his neck, yeah. Because I hate when he starts to think he takes all the blood from me.
Well, I tell you, it's an interesting beer. Not my particular.
No. And it's not considered... Well, it says seasonal rotating, so it might be Ommegang's 3 Philosophers.
But I will tell you this much. If I was to recommend it to anybody, I would say, well, first of all, do you like rich flavors, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a strong blueberry or coffee taste in there. It's in there.
Yeah.
But it's more of a sweet, alcoholic...
Rich, sweet alcohol.
Bready, with a little bit of coffee, a little bit of blueberry. You know, it's not like overwhelming with blueberry coffee. Now, if it was more overwhelming with coffee, I'd probably like it more.
Yeah, if you had a little bit more coffee chocolate to it.
Yeah.
The bitters from coffee and chocolate, the bitter chocolate, like cooking chocolate.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about. You know the thing.
You know the thing. Now, we get the 3 wise men behind us. They're not the 3 philosophers, but close enough. I mean, 3 philosophers are 3 wise men, right?
Yeah. What philosophy would be your first one that you would say?
Say if they're coming to meet the new king. What I would want them to teach, if they were philosophers, to teach him, and he grew up with them too. One would be Kung Fu. How about you?
Well, don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy. Is that just a song? Based on a song? Or?
Marleyism.
Like
Bob Marley. And the fact that,
instead of mirror, you bring like a thing of fucking Jamaican red or Jamaican something,
philosophy. Believe it to receive it. That's what I would say.
Believe it to receive it. Okay. How about the third guy?
Third guy.
So we got Kung Fu.
Believe it to receive it.
Which is
my philosophy.
Oh, you went through 3 things.
I just switched it all up.
We'll say that's all one person in one.
Oh, okay.
So you said, what was it at the beginning? Something about...
Jammerism.
Something about
Don't worry, be happy.
And then Bob Marleyism and Believe It to Receive It.
We'll
say that's all that guy's philosophy.
It's jammerism, yeah.
Jammerism, okay. Now what about the third guy?
I don't know. He's a wild card.
The wild card. So we got Kung Fu, Jammerism.
Now, Kung Fu, you walk across rice paper without leaving a trace, then you're ready to leave.
Right. I don't know.
Snatch the pebble from my hand.
Right. Catch a fly with chopsticks. I don't know.
Wow, that would be impressive.
That's on the Karate Kid.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi catches that. I think maybe Danielson does it later.
Yeah, that was Karate
Might
Kid.
have been part 2.
You had Kung Fu. Now you've just completely switched.
Well, I know, but chopsticks, they all use chopsticks, so.
That's very racist.
It's not racist. Japan, people apparently use chopsticks because Mr. Miyagi is usually, and when you go to Chinese restaurants, they got fucking chopsticks. So apparently they all use fucking chopsticks. Now, do I know if Korea or Vietnam or those countries use chopsticks? No. But since they're so close to Japan and China, I'm going to guess yes.
All right, so which is
The third one.
The third one would be the Force.
The Force. That'd be good, actually.
Yeah.
Your power comes from the Force. Teach them.
Yeah.
That voice you hear, that's the Force.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not your father, it's the Force.
Yeah, it's the Force.
It's everybody's father.
Yeah.
Teach them. Yeah.
Oh, and don't worry, be happy.
Yeah. I don't know. He turned out pretty bad.
What?
That would just change the whole course of history.
I don't know. What was the first wise man?
Kung Fu.
No, I'm not talking about our version.
The real version.
Yeah, the real versions.
Well, they didn't wear. They just brought gifts. One had myrrh,
frankincense,
and what was the other one? Gold, right, or something? Frankincense, myrrh, and gold.
Frankincense. So ask your little helper. Ask the Spit or Swallow Beer Reviews assistant.
Right. Let's see.
Informational assistant.
What did the 3 wise men bring to Jesus?
According to National Geographic, the Magi knelt down for the baby Jesus and offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Their gifts are possibly an allusion to Isaiah's vision of nations rendering tribute to Jerusalem. A multitude of camels shall cover you.
Okay.
Well, we were right there. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. We know our stuff.
Yeah. I know frankincense is like an oil or something.
So what kind of gift would the Kung Fu guy bring?
Little Kung Fu outfits.
A little robe and...
Something like that. Yeah. Or maybe some nunchucks.
Jammerism would bring 3 little birds.
What would the birds do?
And the birds would be placed at the doorstep of Jesus.
And what would they do?
And that would make you go, don't worry about a thing. Every little thing gonna be alright.
Let the birds sing it?
Don't worry.
What was our third one? I can't remember what the hell.
Force.
The Force.
What is he gonna bring? A lightsaber?
Fucking lightsaber and a visor so he could train.
Luke,
A blaster
Jesus,
visor.
I am your father. Huh?
I guess.
You've heard that song, right? 3 little birds at my doorstep.
Every little thing's gonna be alright. Yeah, I know. That's played in that movie with Will Smith there. With the
It surprises me. You know it from a Will Smith movie. You didn't know it before.
No, I know it before that, but I know it definitely. When I see certain songs in movies, then I think of the movies now. Like Forrest Gump, all the songs of Forrest Gump. Every time I hear those songs now, even though I heard them before Forrest Gump.
That's interesting that you brought that up, because I was watching the Crown episode, one of the Crown episodes. On Netflix, my sister was watching. I was over at the house, and
Crown. What the hell's the Crown?
Watching
episode?
the Crown. It's about the royal family.
Oh, okay.
And at the end of that video, they were playing this song like "Monkey Man," hey, Monkey Man, something like that. It's a reggae song.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, wait a minute, they're doing like a rock type version of the song, and I'm like, what is this? I'm listening to it, and I hear the lyrics, and I think, oh my goodness. That comes from the first Bond film, Dr. No.
Oh, really?
You know, when they're dancing at the club, you know, and it's playing that song. And then it reminded me of whenever Bond was sitting there with Coral and everything, and Hawaii Five-0, Jack Lord, and little Freelance took a picture of him. And Coral brings little Freelance back, and he takes her arm and puts it behind her, you know, and then Bond takes the film out of the camera, and the second time nothing's come out, little Freelance, you know, like that, and she takes the bulb and across Coral's face. Oh, right. You don't remember that?
I don't
Dr.
remember.
No?
Is that with Sean Connery?
Yeah, Dr.
That's why I don't remember that.
Oh,
I didn't watch a lot of Sean Connery ones.
Oh, man.
Anyhow, it seemed violent.
But it reminded me of that, you know, because I remember the song from the movie, and I'm like, and here you are talking about the movies that you remember songs from. Right. It's weird.
Well, it's like what the hell is the Led Zeppelin song? I like the song before the movie. Dun, 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 dun. When I saw that shit on Thor Ragnarok, you know, at the beginning of the movie, he's fighting I'm like, the song became something totally different to me, you know, with Thor being a Thor. Yeah, it's just weird. Now I hear it.
Now, you know what's crazy about Thor? The whole real history about Thor is disturbing.
Is it?
Yeah, you need to look that up.
A lot of people say, I mean, because they say Thor with Viking mythology and Greek mythology, Thor is actually Zeus in Greek mythology. You know, they say they take different. So it's really weird. I mean, of course, you got Zeus in Roman mythology. Of course, they just stole all the Greek shit and just gave it their own name. Is Jupiter. Zeus is Jupiter, right? But Thor is a god of thunder in Viking mythology. Zeus in Greek mythology could throw bolts.
I'm just going to say, I don't remember in the movie Thor dressing up like a woman.
No, he didn't.
But in reality, the real story talks about Thor going to
Asgard
to get his hammer, right?
Right.
Isn't it Asgard that he went to get the hammer?
That's where they live, yeah.
And he dressed up like a woman, and what's his name was giving him to be able to marry the to get his hammer, you know.
Yeah.
And the guy wouldn't marry him, and so then they.
Wait, he was going to marry a guy?
Yeah, he was dressed up as a woman.
Who was he going to marry?
The bad guy who stole the hammer.
Not Loki, his brother.
Yeah,
but they were actually brothers. And
bad guy, whatever the bad guy who stole.
Loki's
the real story, not the one that comic books.
I'll have to look that up because I don't know too much about that. Hey, thanks for one viewer. We appreciate it. Subscribe, click the link, comment.
Any comments?
No comments.
Oh, well. That's okay.
But thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support.
Let me. Whatever.
Bartles and James. You don't remember that commercial? Back in the day? Thank you for your support.
Yeah. That sounds like somebody in like Alabama running for Congress or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. Make me sound like that. Okay, I think we should move on to the next beer.
Oh.
It embraced you, didn't it?
I do got to take a piss after this one.
Yeah, it embraces you. Huh? All right.
Yeah, this one is a little, but what can you do, right?
Well, like I said, if you like a little blueberry, some coffee,
a little chocolate,
mocha, dark fruits.
Kind of all a little low. They're really low, actually, on a lot of them. But, yeah. It's not bad.
It's very smooth.
It's sweet, though. You might not like it. But it's not as sweet as some other...
Yeah, quadruples.
Quadruples. Yeah. Or any other Belgian beer. I don't like Belgian beers to begin with, but... Luckily, this is a Belgian beer.
You know what gets me about Belgian beers? Belgian beers in general are very sweet. Every one that I've tried has been super sweet.
And they give me the gag reflex. I drink that shit and I'm like, yeah.
That's why we need to get more Belgian beers for the Spitter Swell Beer Review.
Yeah, so I can spit it out.
So we can get some spits.
Yeah, we should, but it's hard. 2 viewers now, Jim. We're moving on up.
Moving on up.
Moving on up.
To the east side. To the deluxe apartment in the sky. Yeah.
I got 1 viewer, actually.
Yeah.
Person didn't like that song.
Oh, well. So,
All right. Hey, next. I forgot to put my Christmas shirt on. Damn.
yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, next Christmas.
Next Christmas.
Video.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Forgot to wear my shirt.
I blew. Because he killed him. What was that?
What? You blew what?
I blew it away or something. But George Michael sang that song. But was that last year he died, or was that the year before that?
George Michael died in 2018.
Yeah, so it was December. It was before Christmas.
Right?
I know
2018?
that.
I don't know. Look it up.
When did George Michael die?
George Michael died on December 25th, 2016.
16.
16. That was 2 years
time
old.
shifting.
I experienced that earlier.
4 years ago. It doesn't seem like that long ago.
I experienced that time shifting the other day.
Oh, yeah. I experience it all the time.
It is weird.
Look at that guy. Let's see if his picture comes up. Who's that?
That was his buddy.
And Wham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he looks like an old Jewish guy.
Andrew Ridgely.
Yeah, that sounds like a Jewish Italian.
All right, I think we're gonna close this one out since.
Yeah, let's close it out and move on to the next
our
one.
Jewish Italian friends.
I got plenty of them.
They're
all offended
you
by
have a lot
everything.
of Jewish friends?
Yeah.
I don't have too many Jewish.
You don't have Jewish friends?
Not that I'm aware of.
Need to have some Jewish friends. They got money.
I don't have any.
Not that you'll ever get it from them, but they got money.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, one time I went to high school and there was one Jewish kid that went to my high school wore the beanie thing. And I was like, wow, my God, there's a Jew at our high school. I can't believe it. Because, I mean, I didn't see too many. I usually went to Jewish schools or whatever, never public schools.
What did you yell at him? Hey, Jew kid.
I was like, hey, Jew kid, what's your name? I didn't say that.
Mazel tov.
I talked to him a couple of times. He seemed a little offish, though, so I never bothered with him. He was a little offish.
Well, you know, I know a lot of different Jewish people, so, yeah.
I knew a couple of Jewish people, but I never see where I know this one kid, I won't say his name out of respect, because, you know, maybe it is why people know he's Jewish, but he's Jewish. But he never wore the beanie or anything. He went to high school. He never. Maybe.
Well, a lot of the people I knew didn't wear the beanie. You know, the only time they wear it is special.
Yeah, this one kid went to my high school. He wore the shit all the time to school, all the time.
That's overkill.
It's overkill. So he was probably an extremist.
Jewish
extremist.
Yeah.
Overkill. What's the beanie?
I mean,
color?
look at the whole band of Kiss. All Jews.
Oh, well, Gene Simmons and
Paul Stanley.
Gene Simmons.
And the other two guys are Jews, aren't they?
Ace Frehley, I think is no. I think the other two are Italian. Ace Frehley and Chris,
They're all
Peter
Jews.
Chris.
They all have to be Jews.
Let's ask Google. What members of Kiss were Jewish?
According to Wikipedia, however, Simmons and Stanley, both Jewish, have denied any intentional likeness to Nazi symbolism in the logo.
Okay. Is Peter Chris Jewish?
According to the Mercury News, Chris told TMZ.com he supports all religions and his favorite aunt was Jewish.
His aunt was Jewish, which means he's Jewish.
That's a Jew. And then it's a Stanley and Kiss based of jeans, so they're both Jewish. Is Ace Frehley Jewish? I don't say there. Stanley calls ex-bandmates Jew haters. Kiss considers from a Jewish point of view. Ace Frehley and Peter Chris brought out anti-Semitic accusations.
Well, if you think about it, look at Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis is Jewish?
Jerry Lewis was Jewish. Dean Martin was a devout Catholic, Italian. And them two broke up because he got fed up with Jerry's Jewish
antics,
behavior, or whatever.
Kind of funny stuff.
Jewish habits or whatever, you know.
Jewish habits. I think it's like uncircumcised.
I don't know. He was upset with him for several different reasons, but.
Well, Jerry Lewis was a. Could you have? I mean, I don't know how he wasn't, because when you see him,
when I was a kid, I really kind of like Jerry Lewis. I like Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis together, and I watched Jerry Lewis movies, and I thought they were funny and everything. Today I watch them, I can't stand them. A lot of them.
Why is that?
I don't know if I can't stand them. I just...
you grew up and they're kind of old.
I just watch them, and I think, he's not being funny. He's too long, too on... I get it. The comedy, I understand the comedy aspects of it.
Yeah.
The French love them.
Yeah, the French love them.
But I can't stand watching them for a long period of time in one little scene. You know, it's like, come on, get on with it, go. Maybe that's because I've become impatient in my life.
Yeah, because you're older.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't have time to waste on that crap.
All right.
Move on.
Crap.
All right, so that's a key. Let's move on.
All right, y'all.
I am Jammer.
Yes, I am Shagdog.
And we are the Spitter Swallow Brewery.
Yes. And we'll see you on the next one.
Yes, we will.